Hi, and welcome back to my channel. In today's book review for The Lost Letters of Ireland, we find out what happens when Edwina goes and purchases 5 cottages in the lovely village of Sandy Cove. Now, the question is to the villagers, and even to her family, is what is the new owner, and I'll tell you why I put that in quotes, going to do with those 5 cottages? Now, the reason that I did new owner is Edwina feels very uncomfortable sharing the fact that she herself is the one that has purchased those cottages. And she tries to hold it back from the people that live in the village and also from her brother Max and his wife. Now, is what Edwina has in mind going to work? And why is she doing this? Well, the first thing is she's looking for a new beginning. And going to renovate these cottages should go a long way to Edwina starting over. Now, if this will work for Edwina, she has to consider some important factors. One factor is the historical nature of Sandy Cove and those cottages. And is she going to be able to do what she feels she needs to do and not lose sight of the being historically faithful to those cottages? Now, Edwina at some point hurts her ankle. So she meets a doctor. His name is Shane O'Flaherty. And meeting Shane will go a long way to changing what's going to happen to Edwina in the future. That's one thing. But more than that is, on the occasion where Edwina hurt her ankle, she found a bottle that had a letter in there. And so there is the reasoning behind the title, The Lost Letters of Ireland. Now, in her conversations with Shane, he makes an odd statement, at least an odd statement to Edwina, is I have to have my son for the next 3 months. Him and his ex-wife are divorced, obviously, and this is a custody arrangement. Now, I didn't write this down, but Edwina says, well, first of all, making it seem like an obligation is not going to bode well to any relationship that you want to solidify with your son. So that kind of caught my attention. But anyway, his son's name is Daniel, and now Daniel comes. And Edwina and Shane have kind of like a friendship. Definitely not the beginning of a relationship, but kind of like a friendship. And at some point, Edwina talks about something that raises Daniel's curiosity. So Edwina and Daniel make a little bit of a team that is what gives this book a wee bit of a mystery, because the two of them are going to find out what and who that letter in that bottle was about, and what it may possibly have to do with what's going on right now. So as I'm reading this book, the first thing, there was a little bit of just a wee bit of when Edwina kept trying to keep it secret. But if barring that, I'm still going to give this book 5 stars. And the reason I'm going to give this book 5 stars is I look at it as a character-driven story. And when I say that, it's the relationships in this book that really appeal to me. And we're talking Edwina and Shane, Edwina and Daniel, Edwina and her brother Max, Edwina and her mother Pamela, Daniel and Shane and his son Daniel, and never mind the other villagers in the town. I loved seeing those relationships take form or continue through the whole book. And I don't know if other readers are going to get that or going to feel that, but that was one of the things that appealed to me in this book. And then there was conflict, like, for example, Edwina and Max, if you read the previous books in the series, you'll find out that Edwina and Max had a falling out, so to speak. So we see their relationship start to heal in this book. And then I like Pamela. She wasn't in the book a lot, but boy, when she was there, she was loud and proud and large and in charge. I loved her personality. So those are some of the things that I felt when I was reading this book, is watching all of these relationships. You know, you feel like you're watching a flower bloom in a time lapse. Just, it's from nothing and it just blooms. And that's what I was seeing when I was reading this book, with all of the different relationships. Meanwhile, gossip abounded. Gossip abounded? Is that even a word? Abounded? Gossip was very present in this book, because everybody in the village had an idea what the new developer was going to do with those 5 cottages. So while we have the lost letters, while we have the relationships, we also have what Edwina's long-range plans were for those 5 cottages. Great, great book by Suzanne O'Leary. Definitely a 5-star book. I loved it. And I actually love pretty much everything she has written so far. And I've read a lot of her books. She wrote the Sandy Cove series, which I loved. There were 9 books, not 5, 9 books in that series. Read and loved every last one of them. Then this series, is this the, what series is this? The Starlight Cottage series. I don't know why. Let me just check something really quickly. I just want to check something. Okay, this is the Starlight Cottage series that has 5 books, and I have read the previous 4. So if I've read 9 books in the Sandy Cove series and these 5 books in this series, can you tell that I've read quite a few books by Suzanne O'Leary? And she has the Carrie series, which I haven't read. And I want to see, the Tipperary series. Haven't read that series yet. Is there any other series? So it looks like we have the Carrie series, the Tipperary series, even the Riviera romance. Oh my goodness. She is a very prolific writer. So I just wanted to check that really quickly, because I love this book, and I love the series, and I loved the previous series that I mentioned. And I'm telling you, you can't go wrong if you get this book by Suzanne O'Leary. Now, this is not on Kindle Unlimited, but you can get it at Kindle for $4.99. And they have some kind of a point program. So if you buy this book, you get some type of credit. I'm not sure what all that means. And then you can also get it via Audible as an audiobook. So there you have it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.